Very good morning, students. So we have been studying about respiration so far, and today we'll be learning about the mechanism, how exactly the respiration takes place, and how do we take in air, what exchange takes place between the lungs and the blood, and everything about it. Okay, so let's begin. I'm sharing the screen with you all. So the first thing that we need to understand is what respiration is. We have studied this last year as well. So it is a biological process where exchange of gases will take place. And because of this exchange of gases, your assimilated food, which is glucose, assimilated याद आया हम लोगों ने खाना खा लिया था, the food was broken down into glucose and then blood ने जाके हर एक cell को जाके दे दिया था. So to every cell it is going to give and it is going to the cell is going to take in the glucose. So when cell takes in the glucose, we call it as assimilated food. So this assimilated food that is there, this will lead to the formation of ATP. Okay, ATP is adenosine triphosphate. याद आया एक घर garage सामने तीन गाड़ी. Okay, so ATP is your adenosine triphosphate, the energy molecule. It is going to give you energy. Okay, so by this process of respiration only you get energy. If the respiration stops, you won't get energy. The cells in your body won't get energy and you're going to die. Okay, so that is why the respiration is again a continuous process that takes place involuntarily within your body. You can control the movement of the diaphragm which is involved. So sometimes respiration can be voluntary as well, but mostly it is involuntary. Okay, so now this respiration is the mechanism of it is divided into four parts. The first part is the breathing, wherein we take in air simply and give out air, so through your nasal chamber, nowhere else. Okay, so when we do this, when you're taking in air, that is inspiring in, we call it as inspiration. बचपन में हम लोग इसको इनहेलेशन बोलते थे, बट अभी 12th स्टैंडर्ड में आए, बड़े हो गए, तो इनहेलेशन जैसा चिंदी वर्ड यूज नहीं करने का. What do? We call it as inspiration. So taking in air is called as inspiration, and giving out air through your nasal chamber will be called as expiration. Okay, so this is the first step in respiration that we do, breathing. Okay, right now you are doing it, I am doing it, everybody is doing it. That is why we all are alive. Okay, next up what happens is once you inspire the air, then the air goes to your alveoli. We remember alveoli, grape-like structure tha, the bundle of this grapes जैसा दिखता है, and it has blood capillaries around it. So it goes to the alveoli, and there due to the difference between the partial pressure of the oxygen and carbon dioxide, exchange of these gases take place. So exchange of gases in between the alveoli and the blood capillaries is called as external respiration. Okay, and then what happens is once your blood capillaries get oxygen, they go to each and every cell, and in the cell there will be taking place, like in between the cell and the blood there will be exchange of gases, and this will be called as internal respiration. Now once the oxygen has come inside the cell, then what happens is the cell is going to use that to create ATP. We know, remember the reaction C6H12O6 plus 6O2. अभी यहाँ पे 6O2 उसको मिल गया है. C6H12O6 ग्लूकोज उसको पहले खाना खाने से ही मिल गया था. Okay, so C6H12O6 plus 6O2 is going to give you 6 carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water, and 38 molecules of ATP. So that is cellular respiration which is going to take place. So in today's lecture, we are only going to focus on breathing and external respiration. These two we will be studying in the next lecture. Okay, that is tomorrow. So we understood the basic outline mechanism में क्या क्या होता है. So let's go on to breathing now. Let us discuss more about breathing. Okay, so these are the changes that take place when you're inspiring and expiring the air. Okay, so in inspiration, that is breathing in, जिसको हम लोग बचपन में inhalation बोलते थे. So in inspiration, what happens is your air goes in through your nostril, and from the nostril to the nasal cavity से pharynx से larynx से trachea. From here onwards you can see the trachea से bronchi से primary bronchi से secondary से tertiary से bronchioles, and finally it comes up to your alveoli. Okay, and this alveoli is then surrounded by blood capillaries. Okay, इतना अपने को path पूरा समझ में आ गया. So when this has to happen, जब air lungs के अंदर जाता है तो the lungs have to expand. Now the problem is around the lungs we have a protective cover, coating out there, which is called as the rib cage. Last year हम लोगों ने देखा था, okay, from our friend Bonnie who had all that, हम लोगों ने photos वगैरह भी निकाले थे उसके साथ. So we have a rib cage over here. So ये rib cage उसको allow नहीं करेगा to expand. Also rib cage के नीचे there is something called as the diaphragm, which separates your upper respiratory system with the lower gastrointestinal system. Okay, so now that is because अगर किसी ने आके पेट में पंच मारा तो आपका स्टमक जाके लंग्स के बीच में अटकना नहीं चाहिए और उसका हार्ट मुंह से बाहर आना नहीं चाहिए. So to keep everything in their own compartment, you have a diaphragm in between. Okay, इसको diaphragms pronounce नहीं करना है. The G is silent over there. It is diaphragm. Okay, so now what happens is your diaphragm naturally it is dome shaped. उसका natural shape ऐसा ही रहता है. It is dome shaped. And lungs अपना intercost जो ये rib cages है वो normally ऐसे ही रहते हैं. Now rib cages के बीच में you are going to have muscles. What do you have? Muscles, and these muscles are called as intercostal muscles. क्या बोलेंगे इनको हम लोग? Intercostal muscles. Okay, so the muscles we are going to have over there are called as intercostal muscles. Okay, now these intercostal muscles, what they are going to do is they are going to move upwards. Okay, so that the entire rib cage of yours, which was like that, it goes up like that. Okay, तो क्या हो जाता है कि थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे जगह मिलता है for the lungs to expand. Then your diaphragm जो नीचे dome shape का था, the diaphragm is going to flatten. Okay, and उसके because of that again lungs get space to expand down below. So that way your lungs expand, and this is the reason why when you're inspiring air, जब हम लोग breathe in करते हैं, तो that time your thoracic part, the chest part propels out. At the same time your stomach also propels out a bit because अपना diaphragm flatten हो रहा है. Okay, and your air is filled in. Okay, so now the distinguish between inspiration and expiration is board's most favorite question. So this is what you have to write down for the assignment today based on your understanding. जितना आपको समझ में आता है उतना लिखो. Then I'm going to post the correct version of it that we will be studying for our theory exams. Okay, so the first point is in inspiration we breathe in air, whereas in expiration we breathe out air. Okay, and second point is the rib cages is going to move upward and forward. Okay, and this is thanks to the intercostal muscles, because intercostal muscles are also going to move upward. So these are the 3 points on inspiration ka part. Then the fourth point is diaphragm contracts and flattens, or you can write down diaphragm contracts and moves down. Okay, then because of this there is no pressure in the lungs and the lungs can expand and the air can come in. Okay, so these are the different changes that takes place in inspiration. Expiration में ये सबका उल्टा होने वाला है. Okay, so in expiration what happens is your diaphragm will again come back to its dome shape. It relaxes and moves up. Your rib cage is going to, the intercostal muscles are going to come down, so the rib cage also comes down like that. So इसीलिए when we breathe out we sigh like that, or our shoulders go down like that. Okay, so rib cage is going to come down and rib cage will move inwards and the air goes out through the nasal chamber. Okay, So this is how breathing mechanism takes place simply. Now, once this air which has gone in through your nostrils, nasal chamber, pharynx, larynx, trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, alveoli तक जब आ जाता है फिर उसके बाद होता है उधर exchange of gases. Okay, so now we are going to speak at a very microscopic level कि यहाँ पे lungs के अंदर exactly हो क्या रहा है. Okay, so your in when we were studying about lungs and about the structure of it, that time I had told you all about alveoli, okay, how alveoli looks like. And it is a grape-like structure, a bundle of grape-like structure which has capillaries around it. Okay, so your alveoli only is made up of one thin single layer of squamous epithelial cells, and उसका diameter भी वो जो wall का diameter है alveoli के wall का diameter is 0.001 millimeters. Okay, so it is very very thin, and around it you have blood capillaries. Again, blood capillaries are only made up of endothelium. Endothelium again is nothing but squamous epithelium. So सिर्फ squamous epithelium का blood capillary रहेगा and squamous epithelium का बना हुआ alveoli रहेगा. So now inside this you have air, and what kind of air? Oxygen rich air. Okay, because we remember respiratory part over here, it attracts oxygen. So oxygen rich air is going to go in. तो ऑक्सीजन रिच एयर बोल रहे हैं हम लोग फिर भी. तो एयर इज बेसिकली मिक्सचर ऑफ गैसेस. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उसमें सिर्फ ऑक्सीजन रहेगा, उसमें और भी गैसेस रहेंगे. सो द अदर गैस दैट इज ऑफ प्रोमिनेंस इज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. यू माइट हैव सम अदर गैसेस एज वेल, नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑल दैट, बट ऑल ऑफ इट विल बी गिवन आउट. ओके, उसका कुछ एक्सचेंज नहीं होने वाला है. जिसका एक्सचेंज होने वाला है वो यही दो गैसेस है, योर ऑक्सीजन एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. ओके, so your oxygen which is there now, when we speak about air, जब भी हम लोग फैन चालू करते हैं तो अपने सर के ऊपर थोड़ा सा प्रेशर फील होता है. so that is called as your air pressure. Now in this air you do not have one single gas, you have many gases. so all of these gases are applying some amount of pressure and उसका total pressure हमें feel होता है. Okay, so the one particular gas, when it applies a pressure, we call it as partial pressure. So here what I've written is PO2. PO2 is nothing but partial pressure of oxygen, and partial pressure of oxygen in the inspired air, in the air that we have taken in, is 104 millimeters of mercury. Okay, whereas the partial pressure of oxygen in the blood capillaries around the alveoli is 40 millimeters of mercury. Okay, let me share one more image with you for better understanding. Okay, so here we have the alveoli along with the blood capillaries. So this is your alveoli. This is a squamous epithelium, flat squamous epithelium. ये पूरा जो इधर का है, that is the alveoli. And this over here, this entire breadth is your blood capillary. As I told you, blood capillary is also only made up of squamous epithelium, इसलिए same type का cell दिख रहा है दोनों में. Okay, so your blood has come from pulmonary artery. याद आया circulation में हम लोग का वो जो hammer जैसा structure था, pulmonary artery. So blood has come from pulmonary artery, and pulmonary artery से जो भी blood आता है, artery बोला तो हमेशा हमेशा oxygenated blood carry करेगा. Okay, but only in case of pulmonary artery it is going to carry deoxygenated blood. ये एक exception है. We remember this. Okay, so pulmonary artery is going to get the deoxygenated blood. That means this particular blood has more amount of carbon dioxide and less amount of oxygen. So oxygen कितना रहेगा? 40 millimeters of mercury. Whereas the air which has come in, it has lot of oxygen, 104 millimeters of mercury. So 104 millimeters of mercury इधर है and 40 millimeters of mercury इधर है. What do you think the oxygen is going to do? Oxygen will move from higher concentration area to low concentration area. ये last year भी पढ़ा था हम लोगों ने, या बचपन में पढ़ा है. When something moves from higher concentration area to lower concentration area, we call it as diffusion. Okay, now when it comes to liquids we call it as osmosis. Osmosis हम लोगों ने बचपन में बहुत experiment भी किया है उस पे. We have put up dried raisins, that is your manuka, into the water and फिर बाद में देखा है कि वो swell up होता है. That was osmosis. But when it comes to gases and solid particles we call it as diffusion. So if something moves from higher concentration area to a lower concentration area we call it as diffusion. Okay, so here the diffusion will take place and the oxygen will come into your blood vessels. Can you see oxygen getting diffused into your blood vessel? तो अभी blood vessel के अंदर exactly क्या है, ये क्या है, what are these circular things? These are your RBCs. RBC के अंदर we had one protein called as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin was made up of 4-5 ring and it could hold 4 oxygen. याद आया आपने को? So अभी ये 4 oxygen molecule जैसे ही पकड़ता है इसका color change हो जाता है into red because ferrous, that is iron along with oxygen, iron oxide appears red in color. So it becomes red. So this now is the oxygenated blood which will go into your pulmonary vein, and pulmonary vein say it will now come back to your left atrium of your heart. Okay, so we remember all of this. We can connect now. किधर से क्या हो रहा है करके. So this is what is happening over here, and in between the two surfaces of your alveoli and the capillary, you are going to have some kind of fluid which will be called as a surface fluid. Okay, so now when the oxygen is coming in over here, carbon dioxide के साथ भी कुछ similar ऐसा होता है. Let us see what that happens. Okay, so carbon dioxide का situation ऐसा है कि partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the inspired air is 40 millimeters of mercury, whereas in the blood capillaries it is 45. मतलब अभी inspired air में कम है and blood capillary में ज़्यादा है. So carbon dioxide is going to flow from here to here. Okay, so this diffusion is going to take place. So that is what they depicted over there as well. Okay, so carbon dioxide is coming out, and now this carbon dioxide from your alveoli will go to bronchioles. Bronchioles say tertiary bronchi, tertiary bronchi say secondary bronchi, secondary bronchi say primary bronchi, primary bronchi say trachea, trachea say larynx, larynx say pharynx, pharynx say nasal chamber, nasal chamber say out of your nostril. So in this one breath, so much of things are happening. Okay, so now let us so this is all about your breathing and external respiration. So हमारा दो mechanism हम लोग को भी clear है, समझ में आ गया. तो एक प्राणायाम करते हैं, थोड़ा सा योगा करते हैं in order to build up our immunity so that we can stay protected against the COVID-19. Okay, so what we will do now is we will inhale air. Okay, deeply we will inhale, और हम लोग 12th standard में अभी, तो we are not going to call it as inhalation, we will call it as inspiration. So we will inspire air deeply. Okay, so that is what I'm doing now. Then I'm going to expire air forcefully. तो एक बार inspire किया, then expire किया, तो जितना air मेरे अंदर लिया उतना ही air बाहर आ जाना चाहिए था completely पूरा. Okay, so let's just test whether this happens or not. You people are also going to do this along with me right now. Okay, so let us inspire air. Now expire. Now hold your breath and just do this. Can you feel air coming out of your mouth? Yes. Now you can breathe normally. Okay, so हम लोगों ने इंस्पायर किया, जितना इंस्पायर किया उतना एक्सपायर होना चाहिए था, बाहर निकलना चाहिए था. तो ये माउथ से एयर कहाँ से आया फिर? Okay, so to explain this all, there is one more chart that we need to study. That is about the lung volumes, or how much your lung can sustain and how much your lung actually works out. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so the very first thing, normally जब हम लोग breathe करते हैं, Okay, right now I'm breathing in normally, taking in air, giving out carbon dioxide. You all are also doing that, taking in oxygen rich air and giving out carbon dioxide rich air. Okay, so this normal inspiration जब हम लोग करते हैं, that time we take up at least 500 ml, मतलब आधा लीटर of air. Air is also measured in terms of liters. Okay, so you take a 500 ml of air, and when you do this forcefully or deliberately, okay, so when you inspire air during forced breathing, जब मैंने बोला आपको कि take in air, inhale deeply. So when you're doing this, this is called as inspiratory reserve volume, okay, or in short IRV. तो ये inspiratory reserve volume में क्या होता है, around 2000 to 3000 ml, मतलब 2 से 3 लीटर air you are taking in. Okay, so you take in almost 3 liters of air I just took in. Okay, so that is inspiration. You're taking in air. And next up is when you're forcefully giving out, deliberately giving out the air. Once we have inspired, then हम लोग जानबूझ के जब expire करते हैं, forced expiration जब होता है, expired during forced breathing, that time you only give out 1000 to 1100 ml of air. हम लोगों ने ब्रीद इन किया 2000 और दे कितना रहा है 1000. ओके, सो दैट मीन्स कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. तो ये जो बचा हुआ वॉल्यूम रहता है ऑफ अराउंड 1100 और 1200 ml, this is called as a residual volume. Okay, what is this called as? Residual volume. And this volume of air will remain in your lungs, and this is the air which you could do जो हम लोग कर रहे थे, तो वो रेसिडुअल एयर था which was coming out. Okay, so this is going to come out, this is the amount of air that is present in your lungs, and also in dead space. Now what is this dead space? Dead space is your entire respiratory tract, right from your nose to your bronchioles, terminal bronchioles. Okay, except alveoli, everything else is your dead space. So in that dead space around 150 ml of air बचा रहेगा हमेशा, and other than that 150 ml, the remaining 1000 ml will be in your lungs itself. That is called as a respiratory volume. Okay, so that is going to happen. Now in lung capacities, we when your lungs are doing so much of things, so that time we do have like total lung capacity कितना है करके भी अपने को पता होना चाहिए. So the amount of air that is retained after forceful inspiration is around 5200 to 5800 ml. So this is your total lung capacity. मतलब मैंने एक बार इंस्पायर किया, सो आई हैव टेकन इन 3 liters of air. Also मेरा रेसिडुअल वॉल्यूम पहले से 1 liter या 1.2 liters था. So all of that including and some other dead space वाला एयर वगैरह सब पकड़ के it comes down to 5200 to 5800 ml of air. That is 5 liters of air you can keep inside your lungs. Okay, and your vital capacity means the total amount of air that you can normally breathe in, breathe out, or your total capacity of your lungs can be estimated when we take a total of tidal volume, that is अपना normal breathing के time का 500 ml, then IRV, which is inspiratory reserve volume, which can be 2000 or 3000, and ERV, which is expiratory reserve volume, which can be 1000 or 1500. So this 4100 to 4600 is the rough amount which we get in case of vital capacity. The normal working out में, normal breathing in, and if you are asked to forcefully breathe in or forcefully breathe out, that time also we can say कि इतना 4 लीटर तक एयर रहता है. जब हम लोग forcefully breathe in करके hold करते हैं, तो that time you have 5200 to 5800 ml. That is your total lung capacity. Okay, so we understood many things about our respiration and lungs. So the remaining thing, inspiration and cellular respiration, we will be not inspiration, sorry, internal respiration and cellular respiration we will be studying next time, that is tomorrow. Now what you will be doing is, first of all I want the differentiation between inspiration and expiration, जो भी आपको डायग्राम में से समझ में आया है वैसा आप लिख लो. Then secondly, about these values, all the values of pulmonary volumes and capacities you are going to write down one time. Okay, so that is it. We will stop over here. Do like this video, and also do subscribe to Write Academy's official account. Okay. And we will end it up over here itself. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye.